This is Julie from the Love's Beginning blog, making the blog posts available to you to listen to. This is a new venture for me, so I hope it makes it a little bit more accessible and easier for you. Today's post, May 8th, 2018, is called Transcending Thought-Made Limits. The only thing that has ever limited anyone is thought. When you believe that a fellow being is limited by something real, you are actually observing an illusion made of fearful thought. As we've said before, these special effects are great here. Do not confuse the fevered dream of fearful illusion with the safety and stability of reality. Observe the limits that are programmed into your thoughts. Those limits are actually very flexible, and this is the basis of the miracle. If you can notice the limits thought imposes and invite yourself to see how insubstantial those are, you invite transformation into your experience. The transition you make is from placing your faith in the limits of the physical world you made, a world that seems to be solid and impenetrable, but is actually very, very malleable and flexible, over into relying on the strength and solidity and ever-presence of love. Love can take any form that is needed, and this is why your physical world is so flexible, because love is all there truly is. It can appear in any form, emerging through any thought-made form. You make this transition again and again in thought as often as you need to, until you are abiding in the awareness that love is with you everywhere and can take any form. You are listening to hear the suggestions love gives you. When you speak, you share the words love supplies. You know love's ever-present supply of guidance by how it feels. Whatever limits appear to hold you or the world right now, they don't matter. What you see, what you perceive, is always encompassed in the love you are. Within the love that you are, the experience you're having can change very easily. Whenever you encounter thinking to the contrary, it is your opportunity to invite that wide awake and flexible energy of love into your experience. Notice the difference between this energetic perspective and the idea of a separate identity deciding what will be and struggling and striving to make it happen. There is no need for such struggle and strife. Indeed, engaging in it only reinforces the idea of the limits your world holds. You know what feels like strain, and you know what feels like flow. Strain will become unbearable, is becoming unbearable, because you recognize that it brings no true reward to you or others, so it will fall away. Under love's guidance, you can do anything at all, including what appears to be very hard work, in joy and without a sense of strain. When you are in the energy of creation, you feel that sense of support and joyful flow. When you are attempting to use the idea of a separate identity to make something that will bring that identity a reward it thinks it lacks now, it doesn't feel good and it doesn't make sense. It's the feeling of flowing with the whole versus trying to struggle ahead on your own. This means that there's nothing to fight and nothing to conquer. How about the injustices in your world? They are your divine mirrors to reflect back to you what you have been encouraging and supporting through your attachment to struggle, strife, and individual achievements. They are also an indicator that you needed to see guilt over there in order to preserve relative innocence over here, because you were identified with a sense of being vulnerable and cut off. You needed villains to construct and maintain your separate identity. When you don't need them anymore, you release them from their divine roles and offer them the opportunity for healing in this lifetime. That opportunity for healing comes to them from your thanks and gratitude for the savior role they have been playing in allowing you to see and release what you have been projecting. You transcend the limits of your fearful thinking about them, and love's thoughts come to you so you can see your Savior truly. When you see your Saviors truly, You share the energy that allows them to forgive themselves and to transition into the abiding awareness of the love you both are.